Hello guys. Today I'm just going to be talking about what I do or what should I do when I have some losing trades. Like this week on our 5TT gap system, we had a losing trade, and this is the first loss week that's ended in a loss on this system for probably the whole year, as it were. And so this week we had a cumulative loss of 1% by the end of Tuesday, yesterday. And I just want to go through that because I've had one or two traders ask about the loss they've had. In reality, when you're trading the financial markets, losses do happen. You just have to accept that that's part of what happens in the market. It's being able to accept that you have losses and you have profits and wins. The only difference though is as a successful trader, what you want to be able to have is more profit circumstances than the losses. And as well, when you have your losses, you don't want your losses to completely swallow up major levels of your profit. So it's just part of it. It's something you've got to accept that it happens in the marketplace. But then the question is, how are you feeling, or how do you feel when you have losing trades? If the feeling of loss overwhelms you so much, then that's an indication of something that is within that you need to be working on, because that is more important than the actual event of a loss. Because a win is an event and a loss is an event, but what we attach to those events is it tells so much about who we are and how we manage or respond to situations. So just as an encouragement, as long as you follow the principles of our 5TT system, you follow the principles of our risk management principles and our trade management principles, you will have more profits than losses. And when you have losses, the losses will not swallow significant portion of your profits. And so once again, I encourage you, work on the psychology. Losses are events, profits are events. How you respond to either of those events tells so much more about you than the trading event.
Okay, let's quickly look at some of those the trades that we took on Sunday night. There are four currency pairs that we'll be looking at that we had the 5TT gap trades on. And the first one to look at is GBP CAD. We can see that was a gap down, and which meant we had to go for a long trade, and we can see that trade was a successful, nice trade, and so we made profit on that trade. I will show you some of the history results. Okay, and the next one we will look at Euro NZD. This trade was the trade where we lost money, but we can see, as it were, that this trade eventually actually turned and became a profitable trade by today. But my automated system took us out of this trade just in case that trade continued to move to the upside. And so we had a gap up situation, which meant we had to take a short trade. But we can see what happened then is that this surprise opened there and continued to move to the upside. And at the end of that first day, because that candle closed above this level here, I got taken out of that trade as a protection. But we can see that eventually price still came down and completely closed that gap, and even it gave us a bit more. So from this level here up to this level here, there was almost over 100 pips in profit. So this system is actually very effective. You've got to cut your losses short and not hope that it will turn. So I wasn't hoping there. It met my exit conditions and I was out of that trade. And so that was our losing trade. Next one is the USD card, and that was a gap down, and so we took a buy trade, and we find that the price just moved to the upside, and that was a clean profit as well on this currency pair. So we took home some money on that. And the final one to look at is Euro card, and we had a gap down situation here, and price moved to the upside, closed the entire gap, and we closed the entire trade in a profit. So we got out before this price started to push to the downside. And so we can see this week is a minus 1% loss, £170, which is I won't say is a big hit, but this year so far we're about 74%. And we can see January, February, March, April, then we're in May now. So hopefully we should close the month in profit. But see the Euro card trade here. This was the gap. Euro card, the original Euro card trade there, and that's the gap system. And you all closed in profit. And so we had the GBP card as well, closed in profit. The USD card closed in profit. And then we had a losing trade. The Euro NZD was a losing trade, that one was. And then we had some other small trades as well. But altogether, we had just minus 1%. I will take that any time.
Okay, so let's see what the coming days bring to us from a trading perspective, and hopefully on Sunday night we should have some nice profitable trades that we can get into and recover some of those some of the 1% that we lost. But as you can see, this year alone we have made profits of over 70% in 4.5 months. So when we have a week of 1% loss, it is nothing really compared to how much profit we've made over the past several weeks. Okay, until next time, stay disciplined, and I wish you the very best in your trading. Speak to you soon. Cheers.